was a stupid idea from bad creative and all that's gone.
Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 times AEW roasted WWE.
And I know we're not in the business of renaming people like Gunner McGillibuddy or whatever the hell it is.
For this list, we'll be ranking the instances where shade was thrown between Tony Khan's upstart wrestling company and the long-standing competition, the WWE. Can you think of any we left out? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, that's not how you watch TV. One of the most bizarre things about the E, when you look at it in a logical way, is how their talent watches the matches backstage at a strange angle. The Young Bucks had a little fun roasting this by facing the complete opposite way of the TV.
And their opponents, accompanied by Tully Blanchard from Asheville, North Carolina.
It was later revealed in Being the Elite that Matt Hardy taught them the WWE way of doing things. We all know that the intent here is to shine a light on that sweet, sweet merch, and we enjoyed laughing along at this light-hearted dig.
This does feel more natural.
Number 9, slap of the leg.
Super kick from Matt Jackson. Ray Phoenix a shot of his own.
Continuing with a Young Bucks theme, the next roast was another take on some truly strange WWE behavior. How strange, you may ask? Well, how about a ruling banning a certain type of behavior that professional wrestlers do all the time? Slapping a leg or thigh is a technique that many wrestlers do in order to add the illusion of impact in the ring.
No, this would be a disqualification, but not here in AEW. Oh my God, despicable!
It's an important part of a performer's arsenal to ensure the veracity of the story being told, especially when that story involves a kick or knee. So when the E banned that behavior, Kenny Omega associate Don Callis presented the Bucks with a shirt that told them exactly where to go.
I brought him a t-shirt. I hope it makes him feel better. He can wear that in the hospital.
Number 8, crushing the throne. It was an early salvo in the ratings war between AEW and WWE, an opening shot across the proverbial bow for what was to come. AEW's first pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, featured a segment where Cody Rhodes, fresh from his time in WWE, took a very symbolic sledgehammer to an equally iconic throne. The dig at Triple H may not feel like much today, since Rhodes is now back at home working alongside Hunter, but at the time, it felt very much like a statement of intent. AEW was here to stay, and they intended to make their mark on the wrestling world. Number 7, free to Twitch.
I mean, Miro is really big on Twitch.
Yes, he is.
So
The business practices of WWE have long been under a microscope, with a brighter light shining upon some of those practices that might have been deemed by some to be unfair. One of those rulings involved superstars' usage of their WWE likeness for third-party social media platforms, such as Twitch. Specifically, the WWE's ban on this behavior was greatly criticized during the pandemic. So when AEW's all-out pay-per-view event aired a segment teasing the impending arrival of Miro with the wrestler's Twitch accounts, it made a clear statement to the AEW roster: game on.
W.
Number 6, buy one, get one free.
And by the way, if I'm not starting to be shown the proper respect around here, maybe I'll main event a Mania 2.
Not everyone is on board with the multi-night WrestleMania setup that the WWE have employed over recent years. One of those people is clearly CM Punk, who took a dig at it during a promo segment with MJF on AEW Dynamite. Punk put over the fact that the WWE were offering buy 3 get 1 free bonuses for WrestleMania 38 due to low ticket sales, and told MJF that he'd likely be ignored and released should the latter decide to switch companies.
Main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza, and then get released faster than you last in the sack.
It was inside baseball for sure, and one that evoked more than a few oohs and ahs from the AEW crowd.
When you come back, I'll still be here, and that ass kicking will be waiting for you.
Number 5, a war of Khans. There's only room for one Khan here in the wrestling business. Okay, not really, but AEW President Tony Khan certainly flexed some muscles when he called out his WWE counterpart, Nick Khan.
I read in The Observer today that New Japan Pro Wrestling apparently has had talks with WWE's president Nick Khan.
Tony referred to the then WWE chairman Vince McMahon as a con man from Connecticut and poked fun at the rumors that the E were attempting to reach out to New Japan Pro Wrestling for collaboration.
I think there's only room for one Khan in the wrestling business, Nick, and it's me, it's Tony Khan.
Given that AEW was already working with borrowed talent from New Japan Pro Wrestling, the whole thing felt like a bit of fluffed up peacocking, but it certainly got the job done.
Have a fun show tonight, Nick.
Number 4, Max Caster spits fire. It's nothing new for professional wrestlers to reference current events, local sports teams, or news headlines in order to generate a quick pop or a bit of heat.
I'ma put you into poverty, dog, cause I end careers quicker than your father-in-law.
Max Caster turns this into an art form, however, during his entrance freestyle segments with his tag team, The Acclaimed. Caster always keeps it 100 with his cutting-edge barbs, skewing everything from Superstars releases, Joe Biden's student loan debt forgiveness, and Vince McMahon's WWE departure.
We got the match in the bag cause it's trash day. No filter, I ain't Instagram. We make the ass boys retire like Vince McMahon.
It's true, Max Caster spits hot fire every time he hits the ring, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
Honestly, I had something to say, but somebody made me sign an NDA.
Number 3, Blood and Guts.
Let them know where I want to fight them. Blood and guts!
The 2019 WWE earnings call for the company's second quarter was notable for a number of quotes attributed to then-chairman Vince McMahon. One of those quotes involved McMahon's disparagement of AEW's programming penchant for bloodied-up main events, stating WWE will not do blood and guts and things of that nature.
You want blood and guts? You want blood and guts? You want to face us in blood and guts?
This is despite the fact that the WWE had long been the place for some of wrestling's greatest bloodbaths back during the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras. Still, this didn't stop AEW from wearing this backhanded compliment with pride, to the point where the company actually branded their war games like Cage Match Blood and Guts.
The blood and guts match has finally begun. It is started.
Number 2, the Jericho Appreciation Society. It's not an unfair statement to label Chris Jericho as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. The man's ability to reinvent himself is legendary, as is Jericho's willingness to go full meta with some of his commentary.
The only reason I was able to do it is because I am not a pro wrestler. I am a sports entertainer.
The GOAT's current stable is a perfect example of that, with the Jericho Appreciation Society taking full aim at the E's sports entertainer archetype, as opposed to AEW's focus on professional wrestling.
My name is Daniel Garcia, and I am a sports entertainer.
The faction not only elevates Jericho's stablemates, but also takes into account Chris's history with the E, his current status as a trailblazer, as well as his potential future to come full circle.
AEW Galaxy! Appreciate us!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Pandemic Critique.
As you're at home, you've been tested at home, not once, but twice, and you've been negative on both.
Some of these roasts during this list have been lighthearted, while some others are just part of the back-and-forth nature of competitive business. Our number 1 pick is a bit more serious in nature, as it deals with the WWE's alleged internal procedures during the pandemic. Specifically, Taz called out the E for running what they referred to as a sloppy shop with regards to their internal testing of superstars and employees.
Because John, as you know, we don't run a sloppy shop.
This was in direct contrast to AEW's own procedures, which largely focused on performers' safety, including rescheduling matches and shifting cards around at the last minute. Shots fired.
Mox, you have a case of one thing. It's the chicken shits.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.